Aloha and welcome to our segment of Art in Hawaii. My name is Keita.
And my name is Francis, and we will be your anchors this evening. Art can be found in many places and forms, especially in the beautiful island of Oahu. Today, we will be viewing stories about the art of tattoo, art in Kakaako, and the art of music.
Talking about art, let's meet someone that has a different approach to the art. Tattoo artists use human skin as their canvas. Karen and I had a pleasure of meeting them and viewing their work.
The history of tattooing in Hawaii started with the old Polynesian warriors that used the tattoos to symbolize their life path, goals, and their victories over battles. In order to become a tattoo artist, it is necessary to take a health test which addresses infections, AIDS transmission with needles, and a disinfection, and in general hygiene. Tattooing at most professions takes time and practice. In the market, it is said that the highest punt of the profession starts after 10 years of experience because that is when the artist finally discovers his or her style of tattooing.
My name is Dan Rhodes, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am a tattoo artist. I've been tattooing for 14 years. I don't know. It's whatever you're not comfortable with is always hard. For example, if there is like filigree or something with a ton of lines in it, that's terrible. No one wants to do that. It's just one giant headache. If I had to pick, it would be kind of like new school, like cartoony, goofy stuff. I like doing nerdy things. Color. My chest piece, but that could be because of my friend Cody that tattooed me. We jokingly nicknamed him Pillow Hands, and it's because he's not. He's very heavy-handed. Spot's painful altogether, but you know, to have somebody that hits like a jackhammer on top of that spot, that's not finished. Yeah, it happens on occasion, but you know, every person's different. Girls usually take pain better than guys. Guys pass out more than girls. A girl will tell you when she's feeling lightheaded. A guy will try to tough it out and then fall out of the chair. Yeah, it happens every so often. Sometimes you get strings of them where they happen 2 times a week. Sometimes they don't happen for 6 months. So. Really, like your underarms, your ribs, the backs of your knees, you know, stuff that you don't bump into other things with on a daily occasion. Fat would be the most painful because nerve endings grow closer to skin level and fat cells more so than they do with bone or muscle. I'm at Tattoolicious in Waikiki.
That was awesome, like truly masterpieces. Thank you for your contribution to art. Next up, we will look at artwork that requires even bigger canvases.
In the busy city of Oahu, there are a number of hidden artworks that can be found. One in particular that stands out is the unique street art of Kakaako.
Kakaako has not always been a hub of art. The art movement has come and expanded over the last few years with events such as Powwow Hawaii.
To help us get a better insight on its creations and thought behind the art, you will be hearing from local artists that are involved in this trendy suburb.
My name is Kahio Beamer, and I'm from Wahiawa, Hawaii, Oahu. Since I was a little kid, that's probably the only thing I was good at in school. I wasn't going to be a doctor, and I was not going to be an athlete, so I pursued art, and it's been working out so far. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it continues to work out, and I don't got to get more real jobs. I guess a lot of illustrators. I have my degree in illustration, so going through the history of illustration, I guess would be like Line Decker, Norman Rockwell, Rackham, Jack Kirby, a lot of comic book illustrators. But then there's also artists from here like Solomon Enos, Carl Powell, and a lot of the people I work with around here in the studio are a major influence on me. Just working around professionals consistently. Well, as far as my characters and stuff with graffiti, that came from the Bay. I went to school in Oakland and San Francisco, and graffiti in the Bay Area is a lot more playful, is what it's known for, really legible. They have a funk style that definitely influenced my art. And just moving on from there, I developed different things that you work with things and see what people react to, and then you build off of that often when it comes to things like street art or using, I don't know.
It was just kind of an industrial area before that people would drive through to pick up, whatever they needed as far as going to Fishers or services such as the car places around here. Right now, I know that they're developing the area and they're trying to make it more, like I said, inhabitable and with condos and things like that. So it's definitely changed the look of the place, making people want to come here, give them a reason to visit the area and check it out, and take interest in what's going on here. Keep producing art is the big thing. Don't keep noodling with your stuff and try and save it until it's perfect to get out there. Just keep pumping it out. The more you get out there, the more people have a chance to react to you.
Aloha, my name is Solomon Enos. I am originally from the west side of Oahu, born and raised in Makaha Valley, and I'm an artist, illustrator. So about a couple years ago, kind of the word got out to the community, to the local art community, that there was going to be a large movement of art happening in Kakaako, and one of the first things we heard about was powwow. And I said, oh, wait a second. Important thing was art happening in community. And myself and the other artists that we've been working with have just been like, well, we got to support that. What we're seeing here is a depiction of the fish ponds. And that if you were in Kakaako 500 years ago, anywhere in Kakaako, you could take 2 large steps to the left and leap, and you'd be in fresh water or brackish water, or you'd be in a nice, it's almost like it would have been a city of swimming pools, because these areas were all fish ponds. It was your refrigerator, it was your pantry, it was your recreation area. You had fresh, and actually, in this image, you actually have people who are swimming down to the bottom of the pond, and they have their ipu, their gourds, and they're filling up fresh water. In this piece, and I like to think of this piece as actually the past and the future of Kakaako. There's a little tongue-in-cheek in that, of course, because at the rising water level, it might be 400 or 500 years when all this development will be underwater, and it's going to be like that for a long time. So, there's a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, there's a little bit of playfulness, but there's a little bit of seriousness. There's a serious conversation to be had there. And where I am today as an artist, and with this art, really what I'm trying to reflect is I've really come to this place where I'm asking this question: is there a better story than this story? Is there a better reality than this one? Is there one where nobody needs to suffer? We all have what we need. We have love. We have food. We have a sense of purpose. Is there a better version of this story? And I think there is. Kakaako looking into the immediate future, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, well, it's going to be a major challenge because we're dealing with an area that's already overpopulated. So what happens when you bring in larger populations into an area that's already populated, if it's planned well, so that you really encourage a culture of biking and walking, then maybe it could actually work out. But that is really yet to be seen. If you ask me about the next 1,000 or 2,000 years, I might have some interesting comments on that too. But I guess an overarching theme is Hawaii will never really be well until the world is well.
Kakaako is much different and vibrant with the artwork around. It has brought the community together and has become a place to gather for events such as Ita Street and Honolulu Night Market.
Thanks to Solomon Enos and Kahiao Beamer for sharing their Kakaako experience with us. It is amazing to see the growing acceptance of street art in Hawaii. For additional information, please visit powwowhawaii.com.
Local musician Mike Love is currently working on his new album called Love Will Find a Way, which is expected to hit iTunes in the near future. His music has been making its way throughout Hawaii for years. With the start of his West Coast tour, he is starting to receive the recognition he deserves.
Our lovely reporters Matilda Lan and Brittany Unoki caught up with Mike Love to talk about his accomplishments and upcoming adventures.
I am Mike Love, and I'm a musician. Life is my biggest influence, my family, my friends, the experiences of life is what I write about. Yeah, everything that I see, everything that I do, the lessons that I learn. Sometimes the lessons that I learn come through the music, so yeah, everything I write about, everything. It's all inspiration. I think that, my first album, The Change I'm Seeking, there's a lot of pretty heavy stuff on it, and I think that this new album is a little bit lighter, not in terms of the lyrical content, but just in terms of the sound and the feel of it. It's a little bit more upbeat and lighter, and, right now I haven't really finished writing a song in a while just because I've been so busy with my kids and stuff, and I've been working on 20 different songs all at once, and I haven't really finished one in a while. But usually for me, my favorite song to play will be the last one that I finished writing, because it's the freshest and newest, and songs kind of have a way of, when you first write them, you're really excited to play it, and you're looking forward to it all night. So when you get to play that new song, and it's just a new energy, So it's always generally the last song that I wrote that's my favorite one to play. But right now it's I haven't really finished a song in 6 months or something. So I've been working on them, slowly working out a lot of different songs at once. But yeah, there's a lot of. It depends. I think from night to night, it really depends what people are connecting with. Sometimes, one song one night will be awesome because people are really focused in on it and connecting with it, and then the next night that same song will be, not as good because people aren't really paying attention to it, or just it really depends on the energy of the listeners. There was one time when I was on Kauai with my friend Paula Fuga, and I think Sam was there as well. Maybe not. It was quite a while ago. But we played this song "Step Lightly," and I could just feel the energy from everybody, and me and Paula were kind of talking about how the song came about. We sang the song, and then there's a part at the end where the lyrics are, "Who will stand with me and fight?" And I was singing it, and my eyes were closed, and then I opened my eyes, and everybody was standing, and it was a really powerful moment. My main goal is just to keep going and keep growing. I think that I'm not really the type of person that's really ambitious in a sense. I don't, people ask me oh, don't you want to grow up and get huge? And I've just never really thought of things that way. I mean, my career, my path as a musician has always moved forward and kept growing, and we just keep playing, and more people keep connecting with our music, and we play bigger shows, and that's just the growth of it. And I think that I don't necessarily have a goal to play in Carnegie Hall or like play a big stadium or anything like that. It just I just kind of keep myself grounded and keep focused on just making the best music that I can make, and I mean that's my main goal, that, and to spend a lot of time with my family. I have a really supportive wife who really takes good care of me, and she's she takes good care of my kids, and so when I need to do something, like today was a long day. I basically went in the morning. I woke up and spent an hour with my kids, and then I went to the studio all day, and then came to this gig here, and then I'm going to another gig after. So I'm basically gone from 11 to 2 in the morning. So and most days I have aren't like that. But when I'm working on an album, it's a lot more demanding. So a lot of times I got to work on it when I can. So it gives me a little bit less time to spend with my family. But I mean, the way I balance things is that all I do is music and family, and I don't really spend too much time with my friends or anything like that outside of when I see them at gigs or when we go to gatherings with our family and stuff. So I mean, I really just focus all of my time that's not focused on music on my family, and that's really how I balance things out. But I'm really lucky actually, because a lot of my work is late at night. So I say goodnight to my kids, and then I go to work, and and I see them in the morning. So I'm pretty lucky in that I think I get to spend more time with my family than probably most working dads do.
Wow, Keita, wasn't that amazing?
Yes, I can totally see myself jamming to that before my games. With that beautiful music from Mike Love, we would like to thank you for watching our program.
Don't forget to visit www.hawaiipacificnews.com for more information. Mahalo
And aloha!
Can someone say something?